My relationship with Morquio, my disability, is kind of complex, and it's changed a lot over the years we've been together. My entire life. And I say relationship because... Good morning, Boo. Miss me? For me? Oh, you shouldn't have. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I love... Where are the blue pills? I don't... What's wrong? Nothing. Don't you ask me with that tone that makes me feel like you don't care. Hey! I was just clearing a little bit of space for a couple of my knickknacks. Espen, can you stop for 5 minutes and give me a massage? Good night, Espen. Night, Morquio. Don't miss me too much while streaming. Espen, I'm not comfortable on this side. Good night, Espen. Night. Actually, I think the other side was... I'm pretty much dating my disability, which basically makes this free couples therapy. Healthy, I know. But unlike a romantic relationship, well, hopefully unlike one at least, there's not really much love between Morquio and I. In fact, as soon as I was old enough to know that there was this different thing about me, I hated it, and I fought against Morquio constantly. And that's the narrative we mostly have with illness, right? The people with them are such brave individuals fighting against the monsters inside of them. For several years, that type of thinking really influenced my attitude towards Morquio. But here's the thing you eventually realize with a disability. Thinking like that isn't sustainable in the long run. A chronic illness is chronic. You can't keep fighting all the time. Let's just take a 5-minute break. Never. Oh, yes, I'm on my way. I'm literally 5. 10 minutes maybe.
And then he paid the bill, and then he told me to use a Gemini.
That's so great. Not. I reached this point when I was about 10 years old. I had been so angry and I was frustrated and tired. Being disabled was the worst. I was constantly aware of it and I hated it. But I couldn't continue living like that. There is no getting better. There is getting worse, but I'm not dying soon either. Well, at least not because of Morquio. I didn't find any peace until I finally started accepting Morquio as a part of me. I am fire and nightmares! Yes, you're very scary. There's a big difference between knowing that you have this illness and accepting that this is your life. But once I did fully accept that this was a part of me, it ironically allowed me to stop focusing so much on it, and so stopped having as much power over me. It stopped draining all of my energy as I wasn't fighting, and I could just kind of be who I was, including the disability. And it was so freeing. Instead of piling off the sports, because that's what all the boys my age were into, and then hating Morquio because I couldn't participate, or worse, participating in the pity roles because I was so desperate to be included. Oh, Espen, do you maybe want to keep the time as you watch us play? I started to just do things that I was actually interested in. And generally I was interested in stuff that I could actually do. Like you two. But this attitude doesn't really fit the disabled narrative that we're given by society, right? I'm supposed to fight, I'm supposed to strive to be as normal as I can. And I think this is why people often misunderstand this attitude as me having given up. Don't lose hope. You never know. You could still be cured one day. No, I won't be. And that's okay. Like, having Morquio isn't a nice thing, don't get me wrong, but it's just a part of my life. I feel like I'm now at this point where I've reached this sort of reluctant mutual agreement with Morquio. We know that at the concert you'll be moving around a lot, having a good time, but I'll be generous. I'll give you 2 days of pain, 2 days of aching. That's outrageous. I can't stop working for 2 days. 1 day of pain, and I promise I won't dance that. You're seeing Bruno Mars. Okay, fair point. It's actually rather embarrassing. But I promise I will rest a lot beforehand. Morquio is here. It's permanent and it's something I have to deal with daily. But by reaching this acceptance, it stopped defining me. And I've never wanted to be defined by the disability, and I don't think I am. But I accept that I have been formed by my disability. It's a part of who I am. I've been asked before if I ever think about what life would be like without Morquio, and no, I really don't. That fictional, healthy, probably into sports person is not me. I really doubt that I would have been as into reading and storytelling and found my interest in YouTube and filmmaking without it. I basically wouldn't be who I am today without Morquio, and I kind of like me. Mostly. I mean, in general, I like me, like, as a concept. I like, there's a lot of stuff not that great about me too that I need to work on, but that's not what this video is about. But please do let me know your thoughts on this. It's a constantly changing thing for me. Evolving relationship, if you want to go back to the beginning. I'm always kind of figuring things out, but this is where I am now. Anyway, this was a really fun video to make. Can you tell that I basically just used it as an excuse to live out my 10-year-old's dream of being Harry Potter? Thanks for coming along, thanks for watching, and you will see me next time. Bye! If you enjoyed this and you want to see more, why don't you check out my last comedy vlog over there, which is about the awkwardness of forgetting people's names. Or you can see the video down there, which YouTube thinks that you will like based on what you've liked before. So if the video sucks, you kind of only have yourself to blame, right? And as thanks for sticking around right until the end, here's a blooper.